Hey guys, Rob here with McDojo Life. In today's McDojo News, we're going to be discussing an ex-Taekwondo world champion whose leg exploded after an infection. Let's check out the story. Dave Myers developed an infection that got progressively worse until his leg exploded, and doctors at Cambridge Addenbrooke's Hospital were forced to chop below the knee. Dave Myers, age 58, who was crowned Taekwondo champion at the World Martial Arts Championships in 1984, flew home in April of 2020 after work dried up in the pandemic. He set up home in Stamford, Lincolnshire, which I'm pretty sure I butchered, but I tried my best, and lived an ordinary life until March 5th when he developed flu-like symptoms and a sky-high temperature. Mears said this came hours after his AstraZeneca vaccine shot before getting worse over the month. He fears it could be linked, however, doctors insist the cause is not known. A team from Peterborough City Hospital took one look at his limb and rushed him to the hospital for a 2-day stint before being transferred to Cambridge's Addenbrooke's Hospital. It was there that Dave's plight came to a gruesome head as his leg exploded, sending blood everywhere. The 50-year-old said, "There was blood everywhere. It was terrifying. I had the operation and they amputated the leg and I lost 5 units of blood. It was pretty serious and I was feeling pretty poor after that." He added, "I just find it strange that I became ill for weeks on the night of the vaccine, which has resulted in me losing my leg. I think it's got to be linked. It has put me off from having the second one. The doctors say it's hard to prove that it was linked to the COVID shot and that the infection could have been there for some time, but I don't think it's a coincidence." Doctors told Dave they'd have to operate immediately and initially said to him that he might lose a couple of toes. Gradually, the medical team informed him that his infection had gone so deep into the bone that they would have to chop below the knee. He said, "At first the doctors thought I might lose a couple of toes. Then it was half my foot. Then finally it was, I'm afraid you're going to lose your leg. The infection has gone deep into the bones, so they took no chances and amputated just below the knee." Recently, MHRA Chief Executive Dr. June Rain said, "Our position remains that the benefits of the COVID-19 vaccine AstraZeneca against COVID-19, with its assorted risks of hospitalization and death, continues to outweigh the risks for the vast majority of people. The balance of benefits and risks is very favorable for older people, but is more finely balanced for younger people. And we advise that this evolving evidence should be taken into account when considering the use of the vaccine, as JVCI has done." A GoFundMe page has since been set up for the former star to help with his recovery once he is discharged from the hospital. The crowdfunding campaign has so far raised $4,150, and Dave vows to return to the sport he loves. He said, "I'm determined to battle back from this. I know I have a long way to go, but I want to eventually go back into Taekwondo, albeit in a milder way, doing displays and demonstrations. But it's a long process with lots of therapy. I'm positive now, but I was not happy with how it happened." Yeah, that's terrible. I hate to hear stuff like this, but I want to use this platform to kind of help him out a little bit. So what I did was in the description below, I went ahead and added the link to his crowdfunding. Obviously, medical costs can be quite expensive. It's going to be a really rough road for him. Physical therapy, obviously continuing doctor's visits after he's discharged. And of course, this dude's got to get back up on his feet and get back to a regular job, which probably won't be easy right off the bat. So if you guys would like to contribute to that, it's up to you. I'll leave it in, the link in the description below to help with this crowdfunding. Let's try to use the story as something positive here, man. I know that it sucks. Obviously, this dude lost his leg, and that is horrible. But look at his positivity. Look at this dude taking this opportunity already, still in the hospital, to say, you know what, I'm going to get right back to it. Even though I lost my leg, I'm going to go right back to the thing that I love. And I think that that's inspiring, man. All of us have our own things. All of us have our own adversities. And this dude's able to take this opportunity to say, you know what? Even though I lost my leg, which is super important in an art like Taekwondo, I'm going to be going right back to it, getting right back on that horse and getting right back to work. So I think that that's commendable, man. And I say shout out to you, man, for looking past the downside here and trying to move forward and look towards the future. And I'd really be curious about your guys' adversity. So do me a favor, man. In the comment section below, I'd really like to hear maybe some of your stories about adversity, some things that you had to get over in order to continue to do martial arts and to continue to grow in the arts. As always, I appreciate your likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and all that other crap people online tell you to do. We did just start our membership services, so here's a couple emojis that you can see right here if you guys want to become a member and support the page, so that way we can continue to get this news out to you, continue to do these breakdowns, continue to do more Kung Fu theater, all that supported by you. I really, truly appreciate it in my heart that all of you guys support what we do, and our channel's just been doing so well lately, and it's all because of your help, and I thank you for that. Again, keep the martial arts legit.